This episode, by far, is my favorite episode of the entire season so far. It was amazing! Hey, what is going on, guys? Ali here, back again with another Fire Force video for you guys today. A review of Season 2, Episode 5. Episode 5, I believe. Whoa, I mean, what can you say about it? It was so good. You got, like, all the things going on with Shinra versus Karen, which was just amazing. And then the teamwork. The reason why I love this episode so much is because of the teamwork between Company 2, Company 5, Company 1, and you got Company 8 and stuff. And just seeing all the second generation pyrokinetic people or soldiers, whatever, their time to shine, because Leaked is just a genius finding out how they're gonna defeat this demon, because the only demons that ever showed up were both in Asakusa or whatever, Asakusa or whatever, and Company 7 was fighting, like, Benimaru and Conroe were the only ones who've ever defeated demons by themselves, might I add, which is just crazy. And the amount of effort for everybody collectively together to fight to destroy this demon, this demon inferno, was just, oh my gosh, it was so amazing. It was so amazing. Leaked's genius of talking about how there's different winds in the city that, like, converge into this one spot from both directions and shit. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And then and then we got to see Maki's time to shine yet again. Like, just seeing all of these, you got to see all of these second generation, like, pyrokinetic soldiers using their abilities to help get all of the flames, which was such a genius thing on Leak's part, that, like, we have all the firepower that we need to get rid of this demon. And they created a firestorm. Well, Maki created the firestorm, which was just, it was, oh my gosh, it was so good. I'm so happy my baby girl got that moment. Like, she was front and center controlling that firestorm, and that was just fantastic and amazing. And just to see all that was just so good. Oh man, and then, well, not in that, but, like, Leak's like, strategy of, like, getting all of the second generations to go to where the flames all are happening throughout the entire place, or the entire city, the entire town, and bring them, like, out to, like, the wind, where the wind carries them into pretty much the central park of where, like, Maki was waiting, and she's just focusing, and this is why she's my best girl. Like, I love her so much, and, like, it was just so awesome to see that strategy work so well with the wind carrying all the flames into that one spot where Maki is, and Maki's controlling it, turning it into a firestorm. And then they brought the demon there. Obi and Hinawa are working, trying to bring it there. And then Vulcan has this cool, like, which was so funny. The entire part of, like, when Obi was going to shoot that giant, like, fire extinguishing cannon, like, with the truck, and, like, that whole thing was hilarious, because he's like, I'm not good at shooting games and such, it was so good, and it was so funny, and I loved the whole thing. And it was just so well made. And Hinawa using his ability with his gun to use the firestorm's, like, velocity and trajectory to aim that bullet, or I don't think, was it a bullet, or was it, like, some sort of rocket thing? I don't know. It was a giant bullet or something to hit the demon while it was in the air, and it just blew up. And yo, I love it so much because of all the teamwork. And something that Hinawa said that was, like, for real, Company 7 is built with monsters in their group, in their company. Like, it's crazy, because Conroe did, like, destroy the demon by himself, and then you got Benimaru destroyed a demon by himself, even though, like, they got real tired, and then Conroe can't really necessarily use his flames anymore. But, like, Benimaru just, boom, used the Crimson Moon, and then it took all of these second generations to take out this infernal, and it was this demon infernal, and it was just amazing to watch, and it was so good and everything. And something moving on to what was happening with Shinra and Karan was that like it seemingly smoothly transitioned from Hinawa talking about second gens being that like we usually have to conceal like that we are second gens so we can catch people off guard and whatnot, or catch like infernals and enemies off guard in general. And then it goes to what's happening with Karen and Shinra's figuring out that like start from square one, and then he finds out he's actually a second gen pyrokinetic, and he finds that out, and Karen's like, so what? So what if you find it out? And then like Shinra, this is why like I love the fight, because it's not even like any kind of ass pull type of stuff. It's like he's figuring out the exact precision of when he should be able to hit Karen, in that like Karen to me is like a second gen version of Captain Burns. If you get it, because Captain Burns is able to expel energy within himself outward and everything. Like he's able to like pretty much make a shockwave from like the fight we see with him and Shinra. Like he can use the energy and fire and heat within himself to make like a kind of like a force, sort of like a force field or whatever, and expel it outwards. But then Karan needs to have energy outwards so that he can just, you know, explode it outward. And Shinra's figuring that out, that like the moment that he uses his ability, that's when Shinra attacks. And he's talking about the what is it? The Konra or whatever? Oh, the Korna, like the devil horns that like, you know, rock on and shit. And like, just to see the backstory of what Obi was talking about, like for it to give you courage, and they're talking about like rock music and such and stuff like that. And the moment that he was able to hit Karan was just, oh my gosh, the way it was like, feel the flames of hell, and it was a giant demonic head. It was like a demon head, and Shinra, what he said being that like, I will be a demon towards evil. That's what I'm gonna be. Like, to put fear in them. And like, that was the first time Karan was actually ever injured. Insane. Loved it. Like, it was so good. Like, obviously Karan isn't completely out or anything, but that was just so good. And everything that happened and transpired with like all the second gens working together with Leaked and Vulcan and all the people who don't even have any abilities was just amazing. The amount of people that needed to work together, and the thing that Obi said being that like, this is the start of all the companies becoming one, to fight and become one. And that was so... it was so good. I loved it. I loved everything about that. I loved everything about Shinra finally figuring out how Karan like starts his like abilities and what his abilities are and everything. And obviously he didn't go down completely, but he was injured by Shinra. It was the first time that he's gotten injured like that from anybody, which was just awesome. And just to see like Karam, the guy who's able to transfer heat into sound and then sound into cold or into ice. That guy is just Lieutenant Karam is just the best. I love his ability. His ability is my favorite one. And just to see him use his ice ability to like freeze the firestorm and shit, and just to see like Tamaki and Iris there was just fantastic too. And somebody saying that like Iris and like the nuns or like the sisters are like useless and stuff. They're the ones who do like prayers and stuff. It's like their literal job to like do prayers for these people to give them peace of mind and everything. But also they're also evacuating people. Just because she's not fighting doesn't mean that she's useless, because she's doing everything around what the fire soldiers are doing to make it a lot better for the fire soldiers to not worry so much. So when somebody said that in the comments of like Crunchyroll, I got a little triggered because I'm like, apparently you don't know what she does and her job, and not just that, the things that she does besides being able to like just fight and use fire abilities and shit. But like, anyways, great episode. I'm ready for the next episode, like a true fight between Shinra and Karan, because Shinra knows the exact moment to like really injure Karan. But so I'm ready for that, and I'm excited. And like Inka seems like she's getting a little bit more crazy, like even more crazy, because I feel like she's gonna go with the evangelist, and that's gonna piss me off because she's about wanting freedom and just doing what she wants, and also like trying to like obviously not just doing her own thing, but yeah, like just freedom and whatever. But if she goes with the evangelist, she's not gonna have freedom. They're gonna like probably brainwash her or something and take her freedom away from her. So like, I wonder why she would go, except that like, you know, she likes that high adrenaline rush and whatever. So I think she would be a better fit for a fire soldier, but I guess that wouldn't be the case. I have no idea. I don't read the manga or anything. I'm excited for next episode, and I'm ready. It's gonna be a good ride. This episode was amazing. Again, it was my favorite of the season so far, just because of the second gen showing their stuff, and Maki, baby girl, showed her stuff, and just Shinra figuring out everything that Karan's ability is, and like fighting against him, and that demonic like devil's foot that he used. Oh my gosh, it was so good. It was so good. The whole entirety of the episode was great, and it was good. Like, there's nothing else to say except it was great. But what did you guys think about this episode? Leave down in the comments your thoughts about this episode, your thoughts about what I said and everything, and leave a like on this video, or comment down below your thoughts about the episode and what I said. Did I just say that? But anyway, like the video if you did, like the video if you liked the episode, like the video if you liked anything I had to say, like the video if you like me, and subscribe to the channel for more reviews, vlogs, unboxings, live reactions, and theory discussion videos, and things like that. So gentlemen, stay classy, ladies stay sassy, but most importantly, everybody, you gotta stay a little nasty, alright? So peace and love, and I will see y'all later with the next video. Peace out. May the force be with you always, plus ultra, and Laton.